that's how it always goes. One heart's breaking while another one is mending. It's all in the ebb and flow. If I had to, I could go it alone, but I don't ever need to, because I have a home, somewhere to run to. I could live alone in the woods, not a single sound, but I would never feel alone, because you've become my home. These windows could shatter to the ground, these walls could fall right down, the lights could all burn out, because this house is not my home. Crumble into dust, I don't need that much, I don't need to roam, because you've become my home. One step forward follows one step backwards. That's what it takes to grow. One life left is another that's just starting, and that's just the way it goes. If I had to, I could go alone, but I don't ever need to, because I have a home, someone to run to. I could live alone in the woods, not a single sound, but I would never feel alone, because you've become my home. These windows could shatter to the ground, these walls could fall right down, the lights could all burn out, because this house is not my home. Crumble into dust, I don't need that much, and I don't need to roam, because you've become my home. Because you've become my home. You've become my home. You've become my
This broadcast is a production of Oneida Indians Live and the Oneida Special School District. No part of the audio or video from this broadcast may be redistributed or retransmitted without express written consent from the Oneida Special School District.
following is a presentation of the Oneida Indians Network in collaboration with the IH Sports Network and South Fork Network.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Hammond Stadium, Legion Field, as the Oneida Indians have traveled southeast this afternoon to the Smoky Mountains to take on the Highlanders of Gatlinburg-Pittman in Region 1A semifinal tournament action this evening. Bo Kidd and Lucas Laxton with the call tonight as the Indians look to extend their season against the Highlanders this evening. This is not going to be a easy test, though, for the Indians, Lucas, as Gatlinburg-Pittman, as you can see across the field from us, 3 state titles since 2018 and a pair of state runner-up finishes as well.
Absolutely. This is a great program, great team. They're ranked top in the state for the reason. They've played a lot of great competitions. A 1-0 loss to Bearden, and Bearden is a historic soccer program on both the women's and men's side. Bearden's ranked nationally.
Yes, they are. They are a top 25 team nationally this season for, I believe it's 3A is where they are in soccer. Maybe 4A, I'm not sure about that, but just a 1-0 loss. Special thanks tonight to our game sponsor, First National Bank. Once again, they have always been a big supporter of Oneida Indians Athletics as well as Scott High Athletics, and we thank them for everything this evening and allowing us to be able to get this game on the air for you this evening. Gatlinburg-Pittman in their home yellows tonight with blue trim down the side, white numerals with blue trim as well. their goalkeeper in a very fluorescent pink uniform as well. The Indians on the road in their road whites with orange trim, orange numerals as well, as it's going to be the general starters for the Indians. Gatlinburg Pittman straight down the line, 1 through 11. Jeffrey Valladares, Caden Brooks, Eli Colbert, Cecilio Rodriguez, Stephen Colbert, Kevin Lanza, Brandon Ramirez, Nahun Estrada, Brody Cravens, Oscar Estrada, and Carlos Tercios Reyes. A very skilled team for Gatlinburg Pittman on this team or on this field tonight. Also a very, very veteran-laden team on this field tonight for Gatlinburg Pittman. All the starters except for 1, 2, 3 are all seniors for this Pittman team. Gatlinburg with possession early on. Here's they're going to drop it back to number 2, Caden Brooks. He'll fire off and go to the outside. That's number 6, Lanza, as Pittman continues to try to go out wide. Going to try to attack. And this nice passing on the outside, just 1-2 passes, working their way in. This one's going to get crossed through, and it's going to be cleared away by Israel Turner. Making the turn once again, this is Brooks. Brooks crosses one in. It's fired into the middle. Indians are there. This one's deflected by Torres and now going to be gathered up by Chambers. He'll boot it away and look to get it out to midfield. Headed on by number 6, that's Lanza, and it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Indians, far side of the field at about the 35-yard line. Highlanders take it away as Turner looks up to try to get to it. This one's going to go all the way back as Torres shields off Ramirez to allow Chambers to come out and get that one.
Something you'll notice very quickly, this GP team is fast.
And we apologize. We're about 1:20 behind on our game clock. Hopefully we'll have some type of a stoppage here to be able to get that back up and close for you there on this one. GP with it. Now they're going to drop it all the way back into their defense. It goes to Eli Colbert as he now goes to the far sideline. And now he'll return or get that back from Stephen Colbert. Over to Caden Brooks. Brooks looks up. Actually, that's Christopher Lanza out there. Looks like Coach has made a change on the starters here just before the game time. Lanza looks up, finds a run down the outside. Ball played into the middle. Chambers comes out, deflects it. Bicycle kicked in, and what a save by Israel Turner.
That's the second one we've seen him make this season. Of course, had an earlier save, very similar on a corner kick against Eagleton. And if he doesn't make that save, this game is already 1-0 GP.
Turner with an amazing defensive effort back there right on the goal line. Here's the Highlanders with the throw. They're going to throw it into the box. It's headed out by Moreland. Down to the feet of Shoemaker. Now GP back with it up at the top of the box. Fired on by number 2, and that's a goal. Goal for Gatlinburg Pittman's number 2, Caden Brooks, as he fires one from about 25 yards out and beats Cade Chambers high and to his left to give Gatlinburg Pittman the 1-0 lead with 37-27 on the clock.
And that's kind of what we expected, Bo. This team is a very fast team. They're very fast-paced. They score quickly. They're great passers, and they're powerful on the shot. And that's exactly what we saw from Caden Brooks. A great shot. Nothing really that Cade could do on that one.
Brooks, one of those seniors out there for the Highlanders, as this one's going to get booted back to Mr. Levi James. It'll be corralled by Valladares and then rolled out. And now here comes Gatlinburg Pittman on the far sideline. They're going to try to make – actually, it looks like they're just going to try to spread Oneida out right now. They're going to drop this one all the way back to Valladares. He'll go far sideline, and now they start to work it upfield. This is Oscar Estrada with it. Looks to the outside. Estrada gets it out. That is, looks like Brody Cravens. As now GP still with it at midfield, taken away by Ben Gilbert, but now back to the feet of the Highlanders. Nice touch there by Brandon Ramirez. Now he brings it in, he looks to beat Israel Turner, and he does. Looked like Chambers was going to come out and try to secure that, but Torres went ahead, booted it across, and that's going to force a throw in for GP. Taking the throw is going to be Brooks. Deep throw in into the box. Headed around now down to the feet of James. James going to clear it. Gets it out to Miles Laxton. The Indians looking to try to get something going offensively here in the first 5 minutes. This one's going to get just past Dunlap, goes over to the feet of Brooks. Brooks now out to Lanza. Lanza looks middle and finds Oscar Estrada. Now a ball played through, a brilliant ball played through. Now going to be shielded off by Torres, and it'll be a goal kick. But this is a very fluid Highlanders team that we talked about a little bit pregame. 12 and 4 on the season with one tie. Their 4 losses were to Wren out of South Carolina, a top 10 team in the state of South Carolina. Bearden, who is nationally ranked in the state of Tennessee. Bartlett, who is also a top 5 team, I believe in 3 or 4A for Tennessee. And then Florence, Alabama, believe it's a 5A team out of Alabama. That's their 4 losses on the season, all coming right in the middle, as they are currently on a 9-game win streak.
Absolutely. I mean, they are battle tested.
The Highlanders look to press it up. They get it across midfield, and this comes to the feet of Cravens. Cravens looks outside, goes out to Estrada. Now that's not Estrada, excuse me. That is, I don't know if that's a 10 or an 11.
I believe that is Carlos Reyes.
Okay, thank you. So now GP with it back at midfield. Eli Colbert, he's going to drop it all the way back and plays it back to number 5. It's Steven Colbert. Play up. Oscar Estrada. Now going to drop it all the way back to his keeper, Valladares. Valladares looks outside, finds Eli Colbert. Colbert now looking up, plays a through ball. Was looking for Christopher Lanza. Deflected around. Now comes back down here at midfield. They go back, and now they're going to play it all the way back once again to Valladares. GP not afraid to play their offense through the back line.
And that's always what you see with a senior-laden team like this. They trust each other. They play with each other before, and they've been in this situation a lot before.
I would venture to say that a lot of these young men have played quite a bit of club ball, travel ball with one another. This is a very rich area over here in Gatlinburg for soccer, as now this ball played all the way through. Ashton Moreland gets turned around a little bit. Now the fired off shot. This one's low and past Cade Chambers, and that is a goal for Gatlinburg Pittman, and that is off the foot of number 8, Nahun Estrada, giving them a 2-0 lead with 33:26 on the clock.
We talked about it in the pregame, Bo. Oneida not completely out of this one yet, but it's going to be a battle, and this is an extremely talented team. We were talking to Gatlinburg Pittman's coach before the game. They run about 17 on the field.
Yes. He said that they generally run 17 to 18 players throughout the night onto the field. That tells you that he has a lot of confidence in this team, as this one gets away from Dunlap, and now here comes GP once again. Taken away by Turner. Turner tries to split 2 defenders. They do find James. James coming to the middle of the field, but he's ran down by Brandon Ramirez. Foul going to be called on James, and it's going to be a free kick for the Highlanders right at midfield. As GP sets and goes back to work quickly. It's Lanza working it all the way to the outside, and that is Carlos Reyes on the outside. Torres does get a touch on it, and now he'll clear it upfield. Looking for Cron. It's going to be deflected out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Indians. Torres will take, looks for James. James makes a nice touch with it, makes a turn back to the middle. Now they're going to try to play something through. Shoemaker trying to get it back to Laxton. Laxton runs down, and this one's going to be kicked away. It will be a throw-in for the Indians deep in their attacking third. And it looks like Miles Laxton will take the throw. Laxton goes right over the head. They go to Dunlap. Dunlap plays the ball in, but this one's cleared away by the Highlanders.
Great job by the Highlanders defense just collapsing on that throw, not allowing the Indians to have any chance at possession there.
Brandon Ramirez making the run to the outside on the far side of the field. He's outrunning Moreland. Ramirez still with it. Gets all the way into the box now. Now tackled down. That's going to be a foul on Moreland, and that's going to be a penalty kick.
And it's going to be the yellow card issued to Moreland. I think I agree with that call, Bo.
It's 1v1, and he stopped a goal-scoring opportunity there. As now it looks like our clock's a little bit ahead of time. They have 32:02 on the clock, but the PK coming up here for Gatlinburg Pittman, and it's going to be number 7, Brandon Ramirez, to take it. Chambers had to face 6 of these on Friday night against Kingston. The only difference now is this one, as soon as the ball is touched, this ball is a live ball. Ramirez lines it up. And Chambers is beat to his left, and it is 3-0 now in favor of Gatlinburg Pittman. Substitution coming into the game, Cecilio Rodriguez will now enter for the Highlanders as he's going to replace Eli Colbert. 3-0 GP leading this one just 8.5 minutes into this ballgame.
Still plenty of time to go. You know, you can't give up hope just yet, but the Indians have got to get something on frame. They've got to get a shot on goal. They have yet to do so.
Kicked off, brought back to the feet of James. James looking for Shoemaker, has this one taken away. Into the middle of the field, it's Christopher Lanza. GP now still to Kevin Lanza. Now they work it outside. Into the box, or they attempt to go to the box. Taken back away now. This is number 8, Nahun Estrada.
When they lose possession, they don't lose it for long.
No, they swarm to the ball. Rodriguez works it up now to Caden Brooks. Brooks looks to the outside. Brandon Ramirez back to Brooks. Torres going to try to shield off, and they're going to call a push in the back on Brooks and give a free kick to the Indians. Torres will take it. 31 minutes to play here in the first half. GP leading early 3-0. Free kick, chested on, now headed on as Evan Jeffers came into the ball game. And now it's a quick shot. This one nearly gets away from Chambers as the shot was played off by Cecilio Rodriguez. No, I apologize. That was number 9, Brody Cravens. Now here comes GP yet again. Cravens, what a 1-2 pass. Shot fired off, and that is another goal for Oscar Estrada. And this game is now a 4-0 game in favor of the Highlanders. The fluidity of the passing by Gatlinburg Pittman right now has Oneida just stunned.
Absolutely, and I'm going to be honest with you, Bo. It's been talked about. These guys are the favorites to win the state title, and I don't know how you argue against them.
They earned a pair of 3-1 wins. I believe it was over Pigeon Forge. Just to go back and double check that.
I believe that is the case.
3-1 and yes, that is correct. A pair of 3-1 wins over Pigeon Forge, who is also ranked in the top 5 in the state as well in single A. And now here's GP yet again, far sidelines. It looks to be Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz, that ball got saved in somehow. Ball fired off. There is another goal for GP. This one off the foot of Christopher Lanza, and it is 5-0.
And that also
and
means
that starts the running clock. I would have never expected to see the running clock 10 minutes into this ball game. But that's exactly where we're at, folks, and GP shows no signs of letting up against the Indians.
Truth be told, the only thing I can say is this is just a phenomenal GP team. Their passing is excellent. They don't make many mistakes, and their pressure on the ball is incredible.
Well, we talked earlier to their head coach. He was very nice enough to let us in here, Coach Zach Schrant, and he talked about how veteran-laden this team was and how well they've played, and they talked about being prepared for a state tournament. As this ball's crossed into the middle, it's going to go over the head of Gilbert. This one's touched on. They're going to say it was a foul against GP. It'll be a free kick for the Indians. But he talked about how veteran-laden this team was, but talked about already he had been prepping this team for a state tournament run. And there is no doubt about it after seeing this. As this one's fired off, it's going to sail very high and over the touchline for a goal kick. This is a team that, in the 12 minutes that we've got to see them play, this is a team that's very well equipped to make a state run.
Absolutely, especially with the depth and the talent they have. I don't see how they won't make one.
And again, Coach Schrant, great guy. Was very cordial to us this afternoon, allowing us into the press box up here at Legion Field. He had a lot of confidence going into this game against the Indians because he knows what kind of talent he has on this team with Gatlinburg Pittman, and there's no doubt about it. We've seen it thus far. Here's Pittman once again. This is number 14, Christopher Lanza. He looks into the middle of the field and finds Oscar Estrada. Far sideline. GP makes a nice run. Nice 1-2 pass. And somehow gets around. Caden Brooks, middle of the field. Deflected by Dunlap. Chambers well outside off of his line. But this one's going to sail across, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Highlanders. Coming in, subbing back in will be Eli Colbert. Actually, it looks like a massive amount of subs coming in for Gatlinburg Pittman. I see number 16, Isaac Cruz, number 17, Angel Melendez, number 18, Alden Acosta also coming into the game. Number 12, Kevin Escalante also entering the game as GP looks to
Sebastian Mogollon on that corner kick.
Here is Mogollon's kick. It is a low curving drive in, but it's cleared away by Torres. Now Cron with it. He's going to be pressured. Drops back, cleared out by Dunlap. Makes his way up to Shoemaker. Shoemaker going to try to make a turn. And here is Levi James trying to run one down. It's going to travel back. Now going to play a little bit of deflection. This ball is touched on by James, and it will be a goal kick for the Highlanders. 26.5 minutes to play here in the first half, and the Indians are trailing by a nickel. GP works it out quickly and goes to the far sidelines. Now they play back towards the middle, and this is to the feet of Isaac Cruz. Cruz, one of only 2 freshmen on this team for Gatlinburg Pittman, as Dunlap tries to play one up. Now James is going to be fouled, and the Indians will have a free kick from about
The 25-yard line.
35 yards out. Taking this kick looks to be Levi James. GP with all of their defenders outside of the box, trying to force that offsides line well high and away from their goalkeeper. James on the run. Plays a through ball around the wall, but it goes into the awaiting arms of Jeffrey Valladares.
Valladares looked very confident that he had his ability to save that one, and he definitely played like he had that confidence, an easy one straight into his arms.
Rolls it out, and now here is Gatlinburg Pittman. Somehow still stays with the ball right at midfield. Now they play it outside, and it's Sebastian Mogollon once again. He's one-on-one with Turner, but they're going to drop it back. Plays back to Brooks. Brooks plays now up and goes to Isaac Cruz. Cruz tries to play a through ball Torres there. He'll boot it out, and it'll be a throw in for the Highlanders. Throw in by Brooks. Comes down to the feet of Brody Cravens. Cravens, middle of the field, finds Angel Melendez. Now GP tries to run it down. This one's crossed in. Chambers does secure. He'll boot it away. Plays off the hop. Comes down to the feet of James. Now he looks outside, trying to find Miles Laxton, but this one's taken away by the Highlanders. Middle of the field, Isaac Cruz. He makes the turn. Looks to Cravens, back to Cruz. Cruz now with it. Plays a brilliant ball through. Is it going to be ran down? No, it cannot be saved by Mogalone, and it'll be a goal kick for the Indians. Couple subs coming into the ball game. Here comes number 11, Alex Jones, into the game. He'll replace Dunlap, and also number 8, Nahun Estrada, will replace Caden Brooks for Gatlinburg Pittman. The other region matchup here this evening sees Pigeon Forge traveling to Kingston. We'll try to get an update on that game as soon as we possibly can.
And Kingston definitely has their hands full as well with that Pigeon Forge team.
Yes, they do.
GP's number 1, and Pigeon Forge are right there behind him at number 2.
1-2 pass out to Mogalone. They look to the middle. Cravens sees this ball go sailing across the touchline. It'll be a goal kick for the Indians.
Torres fires this one, curves wildly, and it's going to be picked up by GP. Turner going to save that one away.
Turner trying to, his Shoemaker just slips over his own shoe, I believe, on that one. And now here is Gatlinburg Pittman midfield. This is number 8, Nahun Estrada.
Turf Monster struck again on that one.
Here's GP working their way up the field slowly. Cravens finds Estrada. Now back to Cravens. Cravens going to line one up. It's deflected by Chambers, but Chambers was unable to secure it, and the rebound off the boot of Kevin Escalante will find the back of the net. And now with 21:45 to play, Gatlinburg Pittman leads at 6-0.
It seems, Bo, that the Indians have unfortunately just run into a buzzsaw tonight. GP came in with the mentality they were going to dominate this game, and they've done that completely so far.
They are a sight to see, I will say that. This is a very, very talented team in the gold and blue this evening. Here is Cron. He'll drop it back all the way to Israel Turner, now played in by Cron, deflected away, and it'll be a throw-in for the Indians. Throw goes to Cron. James going to try to run it down, but now here's Shoemaker with it at the top of the box. Doesn't get a whole lot behind that one, though, as he was trying to put one on frame. Valladares is there to recover, as we've yet to see Valladares boot one away out of the back. He is very confident and just rolls it out to his defenders generally. Over to the wide side of the field. Now here comes GP trying to play it up. That is Steven Colbert. Plays a deep ball up. Now Torres is going to try to shield off Kevin Escalante as he does. Keeps that ball in. He does play it up deep, and it somehow stays in as GP is going to drop it all the way back yet again to Valladares.
My goodness, the speed on Escalante. I mean, he came from probably about the 50-yard line and caught up to Torres in moments.
Here's Cron. Tries to play a ball into the center. Shoemaker, it's going to go off of his foot, and it will be a goal kick for GP as another sub actually another mass amount of subs coming into the game for Gatlinburg Pittman. I see number 2, Caden Brooks, number 6, Kevin Lanza, number 7, Brandon Ramirez, number 10, Oscar Estrada, number 11, Carlos Tercios Reyes re-entering the game. Again, he talked about it. 17 to 18 players that he's able to put in and out on this field for the Highlanders. And if you have that many young men that you can run on and off the field throughout the game, talk about being able to keep some fresh legs in the game, and you can literally just run your opponents to death.
Absolutely. You know what it really reminds me of, Bo? The Lady Vols this season, just the mass substitutions every so often, just offensive, defensive, just fresh legs all the time, and a lot of teams struggle to compete against someone like that.
GP with it, far side. They're going to play it back. Now they'll control midfield. They'll drop it all the way back to Valladares. As now he'll see a little bit of pressure from Cron, but Rodriguez will look up now and find Brooks. Brooks looks up to Estrada. Estrada over to Ramirez. Ramirez tries to beat Israel Turner to the inside. Turner does a great job at taking it away, but now back to the feet of GP yet again. Torres trying to put some pressure on. And this is Christopher Lanza. Looks out wide. He finds Eli Colbert. Looks wide yet again. They make a move in. Nice defensive effort by Veet Tran to poke it away and force a throw in for the Highlanders. They'll throw it in. Comes into Reyes. Drops all the way back now to Rodriguez, and they're going to go all the way back now to Valladares, who is about close to 10 yards outside of his box. Lanza, far side, finds Reyes. Reyes dribbles through, makes a brilliant pass into the middle, now finds Christopher Lanza. Lanza now with a through ball, running it down, and deflecting it is Chambers, but that's going to be an empty net. And Carlos Reyes.
Actually, the referee is going to...
Are they going to nullify it?
No. I think he was just signaling the goal for GP. It does not seem that it was nullified.
No,
Yeah.
that one was definitely not nullified because of the where that one was located. That's a 7-0 lead now for the Highlanders here with 16:50 to play in the first half. I just... All you can say is, wow, this is a
Complete team.
Unbelievable team. We knew coming into this game that GP was a very talented team. As we hear a few rumbles of thunder off to our west here, I guess is the location. What a save to keep that ball in by Gatlinburg Pittman. Now play it through. Christopher Lanza in the middle. They look up and find Estrada. Estrada looking to the outside, finds Ramirez. Ramirez battling through, deflected. I believe they're going to say that one was off of Turner, and it will be a corner kick for the Highlanders once again. Just under 16 to play, and Oneida trailing 7-0. Ramirez lines it up. The lefty plays it in. And they're going to say that is a foul against Gatlinburg Pittman, and it'll be a free kick for the Indians. 15.5 to play in the first half.
Which, honestly, that's kind of a sigh of relief for the Indians because that one was in the back of the net. So
Torres lines it up. Ball deflected, played into the middle, and there is the head of Miles Laxton finding that ball. And now here's GP yet again. They turn in transition just about as quick as any team I've ever seen.
absolutely just a phenomenal program here. Coach Rant has built a machine.
And I believe he was talking before the game as he may be possibly stepping out of this role next year as he goes upwards in the administration chain.
We'll wish him all the best on that. Like I said, great guy, very helpful, allowed us in the press box tonight. Very thankful for that.
Thankful once again to everybody that was involved in getting us on the air this evening. Of course, Clayton Posey out enjoying his senior graduation gift. He's down in Florida, but of course always still checking in on us. But a special thanks to Greg Bond with the IH Sports Network as he helped us get on the air this evening as well. Of course, Lucas being here with me. Of course, we thank you for taking time out of the NAI World Series to come over and help us.
Always a pleasure. As an alumni of this program, I love to be here for any contest that I can. It's my dream to, do this with you and bring these kids the showcase that a lot of them don't often get without us.
Here's Torres with the free kick as he's I'm not sure if he's nursing that leg exactly or what. Looked like he did run into the wall as he was trying to keep Gatlinburg-Pittman from having another opportunity. As now subbing into the ball game is Brody Cravens. It'll be a throw-in for GP. They go deep down the line. This one deflected by Israel Turner, and it'll be another throw-in. Brooks, once again, will throw it in. This time it looks like he's going for something in the box. Maybe going to go short now. He's going to drop it back now and go to Ramirez. Ramirez tries to play to the center of the field. He's marked by James, but now traveling to the far side. Ramirez drops it back and goes out to Colbert. Colbert to the outside and making a nice move in. Going around two defenders is Carlos Reyes. He'll drop a ball in. This one's headed on. Torres now tries to clear it away and fire it on with the shot as this one is going to sail wide. I believe that came off the foot of number 7, Brandon Ramirez. Sub coming into the game for the Indians.
Going back to talking to Coach Trent before the game, this is effectively the exact same team that is defending their state title. So
yes. Looks like Tran will come out as Dunlap comes in. Yeah, this is a team. He didn't lose a whole lot of seniors last year. Once again, as you look in that starting lineup, there was 8 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore. Here comes GP once again. They get it into the box. They drop one into the box. Now they're going to call a foul as Moreland gets tied up.
Moreland got taken out. Just clean under him, legs off the ground.
No, they're going to call a foul against the Indians, and that's going to be another PK. Chambers will now face the penalty kick of Eli Colbert. Colbert lines it up. And Chambers is beat to his left, and it's 8-0 in favor of the Highlanders. 10:50 to play in the first half. Of course, mercy rule is in effect in postseason play, so if the Highlanders are up by 9 at any point after the first half commences, this ball game will be over.
So that one just salt on the wounds of the Indians.
Here's James. James plays up looking for Cron. Taken away, goes to the feet of Lanza. Lanza looks outside and finds Cravens. Cravens back with it now. He'll turn and plays back to Kevin Lanza. Lanza now looks up and goes to Estrada. Estrada plays outside. Drops it back. Here's Cravens once again. They'll fire one into the box. On the run and looking for the header was Brandon Ramirez.
Very nearly connected with that one.
That would have been one of those headers that we looked at from Miles Laxton just a couple of weeks ago. where he was playing it near a header at his waistline.
Diving in like a torpedo for that one.
Torres will kick it away. Looks up, looking for Dunlap. Caden Brooks will find it at his feet. This goes out to Cecilio Rodriguez, and now they cross fields. Back to the center now. This is Ruiz. Ruiz has it taken away by James, but there, once again, is another Highlander. They play it to the outside. Goes to the feet of Ramirez. Ramirez plays into the box. Torres shielding off. That ball definitely got across the goal line, and they're going to call a goal kick. Nine minutes to play. First half. Torres boots it away. Looks to the far side of the field. Going to take a tough touch off the boot of Brody Cravens, and it'll be a throw in for the Indians. Moreland looks like he's going to take it on the outside. Looks up. Looks for Shoemaker. Touched off, and it's going to be a throw in for the Highlanders. Far sideline. About 45 yards out from goal. Here comes the Highlanders. They play it to the middle. Caden Brooks right there. They make the turn into the middle. Dropped off. Torres going to clear it out as Chambers was coming out to try to secure it, but the Highlanders surging quickly. Smart move by Torres to go ahead and play that out. Here is Ramirez. He's going to fire a shot in. It's knocked where it's punched out, but now cleared away. They're going to call. Are they calling another foul inside the box?
I believe so, and I believe that will be another penalty kick.
And it's another PK.
I believe they're going to say
Are they calling a handball?
Either a handball or a legal block, possibly.
Either way, it's another PK, and it's number 10, Oscar Estrada, to take it. And this one is going to go to Chambers' right and low, and it's across the line, and it is 9-0 now in favor of the Highlanders. Here with 7:17 to play in the first half. Oneida now has to find a goal in the next 7 minutes.
Otherwise, this contest is over.
Number 15, Carlos Ailman. Number 21, Daniel Trinidad. And number 19, Alden Acosta, are now going to come into the game for the Highlanders.
Not what we really wanted to see, Bo.
Shoemaker. Looks like Shoemaker's going to drop back to defense, and the Indians are going to put Torres up at the top. And now here comes another senior, Tanner Buttram, into the game as he's going to replace Ben Gilbert.
I respect the decision by Coach Blevins. You want to give your seniors as much time as they possibly can on this field.
Torres going to drop it all the way back to James. Now Torres trying to run it down in the front. But here comes the Highlanders once again. Deflecting away. And now with possession is GP right at midfield. They play it to the outside. This is Carlos Ailman. Ailman looks out, finds Lanza. Lanza going to switch fields basically himself. Keeps it right at the hashes. Plays one up now to Cravens. And now there's Laxton. He's shielding off and is able to shield off Daniel Trinidad, another senior for this Gatlinburg-Pittman team. And now we'll have a free kick for the Indians. GP, a phenomenal team over here that the Indians have run into this afternoon.
We're also going to correct a moment from there. They actually called offsides on GP there.
Oh, okay.
So
headed on by Torres, sticking with it. And now here comes the Indians. They're trying to fight through, and shielding it off is Eli Colbert as Levi James over there fighting for it. Now here's Torres going to come over as well. Colbert makes the turn, and now he's going to pull it up the sidelines. Looks up, finds Brody Cravens. Cravens, middle of the field, goes to Christopher Lanza. Lanza looking up, looking for a ball into the middle. He finds Daniel Trinidad. Trinidad plays this one through, and now it's another 1v1. Ball played off.
Open
and
net.
An open net. They're going to say no goal. He was offsides. Was number 19. I don't have a number 19 for Gatlinburg.
Well, he was offsides anyway, so.
Either way, he was offsides. But the Indians down to their final minutes here if they don't find something quickly into the back of the net. Tanner Buttram going to take the free kick. Is that Tanner or no? No, I apologize. That was Miles Laxton taking the free kick. Middle of the field, GP takes it away, and now they're going to drop it back. They go all the way back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks up. James attempts to get into the passing lane, but here comes GP once again. This one goes off the back of the foot of Daniel Trinidad as they were looking to make a through ball. Brooks looks into the middle, finds Lanza. Lanza back to Trinidad. Now they're going to play a chip shot up. Chambers will come out and secure.
Nice secure by Chambers there. Had a dangerous man coming from that back post, but Chambers able to come out and secure that one.
Nice boot. Push in the back. Free kick awarded to the Indians right at midfield. Torres is going to line it up. This is basically from the kickoff spot. Torres is going to play a ball into the box. It's going to be deflected and coming down to Trinidad. Torres still fighting off, trying to get it away from Lanza. Here is Alex Jones looking to make something happen for the Indians, but he cannot do it. That ball's going to trickle across. It's going to be a goal kick. Here comes for the Indians Sam Eckstein, and then again it's basically a line change for GP yet again. When you have, once again, when you have 18 that you can put out there on the field and switch them out the way that GP has been able to do, it's a sight to see.
Absolutely. What a phenomenal team that Coach Schrant has built.
And, you know, nothing against Oneida here this evening. They've run into a buzzsaw. This is a team that is very young comparatively to GP. Once again, 10 seniors for the Highlanders. Oneida just 3 seniors this year. Alex Torres, Levi James, and Tanner Buttram. This is a team that sees a lot of pieces coming back next year for the Indians. You've got Ashton Moreland, Ben Gilbert, Sam Eckstein, Evan Jeffers, all juniors that'll be upcoming seniors next year. And then you've also got this phenomenal sophomore class that includes Veet Tran, Alex Jones, Israel Turner, Caden Cron, Miles Laxton, Cade Chambers. All those young men will be back for the Indians next season as well. So don't discount this Indians team making this region semifinal run here this year. They were battle-tested as well this season. Here is Laxton with right at just over a minute to play here in the first half and possibly the end of the game. Here's Cron. He's going to try to attempt something. GP swarms. Here's Torres. He's going to try to stick his foot in there, but it's going to be cleared away. Now booted up by Dunlap. Isaac Cruz is going to find it, though. Now taken away by Cron. He looks for Eckstein. Taken away now. Here's Cruz. Cruz looks up. He's going to play a through ball. Here comes Sebastian Mogalone up the near side. He's going to make a turn. Beats Dunlap to the inside. Now this one gets through, fired off. Chambers is going to control. With under 30 seconds now, the Indians must have something right here, and it must be quickly. Chambers boots it away, comes down to the feet of Cron. He makes the turn, going to try to play a through ball up. Levi James trying to run it down, but it's going to go back into the awaiting hands of Jeffrey Valladares. And there's just about 5 seconds now. He'll boot it away. First boot we've seen from Valladares today. Comes down to the feet, and that is the half. And I believe that is the ball game. We will double check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure with a 9-0 lead, that is your ball game, and that is correct. GP victorious at the half here in this one. As we'll cycle it through, and that is a final. The Gatlinburg-Pittman Highlanders take care of business here this afternoon and defeat the Oneida Indians by a final score of 9-0 by a mercy rule here this evening. We'll come back and talk shortly here about this game, as well as talk about this team in Oneida this year here shortly on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made Metal Monster. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to those who have supported South Fork Physical Therapy for the past 20 years. Because of you, we have been able to live and work in the community we love. We appreciate you, Scott County.
When your job requires concrete, call Twin K Enterprises. We take pride in both residential and commercial projects. Our concrete is state certified and lab tested with proven high strength mixed results. We have certified facility operators and mixed design technicians to be sure our customers get the best mix first time, every time. Twin K has 6 concrete plants to serve the entire Highway 27 corridor from Georgia to Kentucky. Twin K, call 569-6341.
Welcome back here to Hammond Stadium and Legion Field. It is a 9-0 win for the Highlanders of Gatlinburg-Pittman over the Indians here this evening in Gatlinburg. Bo Kidd and Lucas Laxton here with you. And Lucas, all you can say is pretty much on the scoreboard. 9-0 GP came out, and that was a team that was just a remarkable team to watch on the field. The fluidity, you can tell this team has been together for a long time, and you can see why. Once again, this senior class has a chance for their 3rd title in 4 years.
Absolutely, and I mean, they deserve it. I mean, the passing is so fluid that even as a defender, you can't do anything, because if they can't find a way to go through you, they'll go back and go over you.
Yeah, this is a team, once again, there's no doubt about it. There's a reason why people projected this team as the number 1 team in the state in single A coming into this year. And with that style of play and the amount of young men that they're able to put onto the field in such a short amount of time, this team could cause havoc in the state tournament once they make their way there. Of course, they've punched their ticket to a sub-state game now, and they will compete for a region title here next, or I believe it'll be Thursday. I think Coach actually said that they're trying to talk them into doing it on Wednesday because of some graduation issues with the other regions down around the Chattanooga area coming up for this weekend. Let's come Here momentarily, we'll talk a little bit about this Oneida team that we're going to see coming back and the departure of 3 seniors off this team here shortly on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Tommy's Motorsports is East Tennessee's premier power sports dealership. We're a full-service dealership offering sales, parts, and service with 2 locations to serve you. In Clinton, you'll find Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, Wave Runner, Polaris, Slingshot, and Homestead trailers. In Crossville, you'll find Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Bad Boy, Roxor, and Yamaha. Come in today and see why Tommy's Motorsports has developed the highest reputation for quality and customer service.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need, and we're focused on providing our friends, family, and neighbors with the very best health care available.
Home-style cooking with friendly service in a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razak's.
Relive the moments that made history, on the field, in the gym, and across our community. From thrilling game-winning plays to unforgettable graduations, SFN has over 1,600 videos ready to watch anytime. Join sfn.tv for just $4.99 a month and unlock decades of local memories. Want to own a piece of history? Visit shop.sfn.tv for digital downloads and DVDs of your favorite events. Subscribe or shop today at sfn.tv, your home for local sports and community memories. Relive the moments that made history, on the field, in the gym, and across our community. From thrilling game-winning plays to unforgettable graduations, SFN has over 1,600 videos ready to watch anytime. Join sfn.tv for just $4.99 a month and unlock decades of local memories. Want to own a piece of history? Visit shop.sfn.tv for digital downloads and DVDs of your favorite events. Subscribe or shop today at sfn.tv, your home for local sports and community memories.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications' world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
Forget the bucket. Stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit TNT Car Wash in Oneida. TNT Car Wash features the latest in automatic car wash technology. Our wash bays offer friction or touchless options that are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash. Want to wash it yourself? TNT also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior. Both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, TNT Car Wash Oneida.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
Back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network, Bo Kidd and Lucas Laxton here. GP victorious over the Indians tonight by a final of 9-0. Back, he started up as a forward, moved back to the back line this year, and did a phenomenal job back there. And then, of course, your one-year senior Tanner Buttram, who came out and definitely was a big contributor, especially in the latter half of the season. But these three seniors, my goodness, what a contribution that they've given to this team.
Absolutely.
This year and then over 4 years as well with James and Torres.
Absolutely. I play with both James and Torres. They're some of the greatest players that I've got the ability, to play with. Tanner's a great kid. I've known him on the football field all that he's played. So just heartbreaking that this is how their season has to end. You want the best for them, but unfortunately they just ran into the buzzsaw that is GP.
Once again, this is a team that's going to return a lot of talent next year. We talked about that junior class a little bit during the game. Ashton Moreland, Ben Gilbert, Sam Eckstein, Evan Jeffers, all juniors that are be rising seniors next year, and then your sophomores that'll be rising juniors next season. That's a class packed full of talent as well, with Veet Tran, Alex Jones, Israel Turner, Caden Cron, Eli Jordan Sexton, Miles Laxton, Cade Chambers, Nathaniel Sexton as well. And then freshmen, you had two freshmen this season that saw a lot of starts with Hayden Dunlap and Riley Shoemaker, but don't forget about Eli Tucker on that team as well, along with Colton Terry, Noah Thompson, Trevor Slavin. This is a team that brings a lot of kids back next season for Oneida and head coach David Blevins. So with this loss, this ends the broadcast season for the Oneida Indians Network, and we want to thank everybody that has been a part of the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network with us this year. Lucas Laxton, of course, here with me this afternoon. Jonathan Markham, Will King, they've been on for baseball and softball with us numerous times this year. In softball, we thank them. Of course, Greg Bond and Ben Garrett out at the IH Sports Network. Greg, of course, always been one of our tech guys and has been a godsend for us with being able to help on the fly with so many things. We thank you, and as well as Ben Garrett out there for allowing us to be able to simulcast this not only on the Oneida Indians Network but the IH Sports Network as well. And then Clayton Posey. Clayton, we couldn't have done this without you, my friend. We thank you all, or we thank you so much for what you've done for the Oneida Indians Network this year and for the years to come. And we thank everyone involved with the Oneida Special School District that have allowed us to push this and make this a regular thing now. And, of course, not only them, but all of our great sponsors that help support Oneida Indians athletics here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. You all, if we can't do it without you all as well. We thank everyone that has supported Oneida Indians athletics this year. Once again, this is our final broadcast of the season, and we will sign off by saying have a great summer, everyone. We will be back in the fall, I promise. There's plenty of sports coming around for Oneida Indians and the Scott Highlanders, so make sure you stick with us, and we'll see you all in the fall. This is Bo Kidd signing off for the last time here in the 2024-2025 school year here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.